Christy. So we'll start off with basically, obviously we signed up yesterday to your tournament, and as stated, we had a little discussion about it, about what we thought about cheaters and what would happen to them if they were caught. From your perspective, did you feel that lobby was completely clean, and what surprised you from when I talked to you about it, from your aspect of things?
Well, I knew there was something fishy going on. I mean, five people ain't gonna make like an accusation without
Mm,
any like proof on it. But
mm,
as I was telling you yesterday,
mm.
no mod physically saw it. I was at work. The other mod was running the chat. One of them lives and has to take care of their kid. So like we were all like slightly monitoring, not thinking it'd be an issue because it's a free tournament.
Yeah, of course.
So we didn't necessarily have like supervision of like normally if we have the esports mode we can try to fucking go ahead and flip through everybody so we can kind of monitor everybody in their shots. So we weren't doing that yesterday
Mm,
on
mm,
that part. So whenever everybody's accused of somebody of cheating,
mm.
we was just trying to figure out what was going on and who actually did it. People were just saying somebody cheated and then somebody left. Another person said somebody cheated and then left. Nobody was
Yeah.
giving us any answers. So literally, we haven't even talked about anything because we just don't know who did anything.
First incident of cheating wasn't exactly what we were talking about. It was just someone basically glitch abusing when it T-man.
Yeah, yeah, and I heard about that too.
That's
And
not
I
really,
mean,
yeah. I mean, that's cheating's cheating.
yeah,
So, on
yeah, no,
100.
I mean you can't abuse a glitch, obviously,
Mm,
especially if it's in zone. That's even more shit.
mm,
So I'm
mm,
definitely gonna bring that up too. That even though there's
mm.
glitches in the game, we can't abuse the glitches. It'd be like
Yeah,
taking a glider, and if all of a sudden somehow you can figure out a way to not get, have to refuel, you
yeah.
kept taking the glider out, and you could just keep doing the same shit. Then I mean, we would have to stop that too. So if
Mm.
it's a glitch, then we just gotta outsay no using the glitches and shit. But I
Like,
think what a lot's about to happen is we're about to reset this whole thing because I wanted to do money tournaments for when I
but
host, and
nah,
I'm
that's
not.
just
That shit's not happening.
no, not
That
after
shit's
what
not
mate.
happening.
After what I saw last night, you can't do money tournaments. Isn't that right, T? Like, what do you reckon to that?
So what do you think that if I was the host one, what would you think would stop them if I said you have to have monitor cams and you had to have hand cams? Do you think they'd still be able to accomplish whatever they're doing?
Oh man, it's hard. It's hard. Like, let me try and break this down for you from what we saw. I'll try and do it in chronological order from Z to Z. So, obviously, after that whole debacle when the comments kicked off, I was like, look, clearly people are using strike packs because the way the target
Yeah.
acquisition's going on, this, that, and the other's obvious. Mouse and keyboard, definitely,
Mhm.
100%. Yeah. Not only that, you've also got radar hacks, Aguan, and that was shortly confirmed after we left the chat because I was saying having a conversation with one of the guys saying there's blatant cheating. He was agreeing with me, yeah, yeah, yeah. So other people were keeping quiet about it, and then I got a message after the actual game. We'd all finished with it. It was like, yo, come, we have a chat. So I'm chatting to him like I'm chatting to you now on the title screen here, but he's Xbox, so I can hear him now. And he's like, look, I'm part of it. I go, what? You're part of what? He goes, I'm part of the people that cheat. And I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to come out in the main lobby and say that because we're in mid-tournament. I'm like, right, okay. But I'm thinking he's just talking out of his arse at the moment, blowing smoke and that, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
just like, okay, fair enough. T-Man's with me. And we're both like, Ross. He's like, look, I'll send you a real time on Messenger. So I've opened up Messenger. He sent me a call. I've answered it. He's showing me his setup. So on his setup, he's got your main monitor with PUBG running through his Xbox. On his left hand
Mhm.
side, he's got his little laptop. I mean, this is probably stuff you already know, obviously, but
Yep. Yeah.
seeing it in real time with you on the map is a different thing. Yeah. So on the left side, he's just got a big radar with all the like when you load in, when you're throwing the rocks around, for example, yeah, at the beginning before you've even got
Yep.
into the plane, you've got
Mhm.
everybody's name there, yeah, and their
Yep.
position and the direction they're facing and so on. So, for example, a good example he told me and Tina is like, if someone's been pissing you off in the chat, for example, I will mark you in this time of the game now. Mark you, right? I can see the direction you're looking, this, that, and the other, everything. And he's like, right. So You've pissed me off. I'm gonna basically during the drop. I'm just gonna hunt you down, look at your marker, and choose the correct time to fucking do you. So what he's running is radar, mouse and keyboard, and that's it at the moment from what you can see. But also in that radar, it shows you exactly where the loot is and what loot it is, whether it's an 8 times, an M249, a Car 98, so on. Every part of the loot for like a big 600 meter radius or something. You were saying, and from what I could see. And that's the radar in there. And then he was saying that he can also tell that other teams are using radar, or other teams have got their hacks. You can tell because you can maneuver yourself into a position where no one else is. You can see who's exactly looking at you. So he's like, that team's using radar, that team's using radar, and that team's radar. He was saying he wasn't using the worst of it. He was saying one of your favourite teams was fully perked up, yeah, full snap pack, with no recoil, with radar, with everything, yeah. And that was one of the teams you were claiming are clean, and they're not clean, yeah. Your KD's obvious.
The reason, all right. So this is where I saw, because somebody hit me up saying that the Knox were using radar.
Yeah.
Right off jump, literally within like 10 minutes, they said that to me.
Yeah.
So of course, right when I got a chance to, I went and watched them. I watched them for all of 5 minutes, and they got absolutely washed by guys that were up on the hill. So either they just didn't acknowledge that they knew where they were, or they weren't using it at that time.
No, they just got dicked on by another team using radar. That's exactly what happened, because he told me exactly what happened with half of them. He broke it down, bro. This is what I'm saying. You see it from one side as an admin, as a guy, but then when I got shown and told by him exactly, and then when you see him operating, you know 100% what he's saying is truth. He doesn't need to lie to me. He doesn't even give a fuck. That was his words verbatim, mate. I do not give a fuck. Yeah? I go, why do you do it? Why? Because he's sick and tired. He used to say he's get an average of KD of +1. Reasonable average KD of a reasonable player on PUBG who's playing it legitimate, if you ask me. And I agree with that, yeah? So he was getting tired with the steady increase of mouse and keyboard, because that's initially how it was brought out on the Xbox, compatible for it. So yeah, a lot of MMK. So he's getting tired of this. So he's thought, fuck it. His exact words again, verbatim word: if you can't beat him, join him. Yeah. So he started using mouse and keyboard, and that weren't enough, because eventually people started using hacks and that. So he then decided to start using hacks. This is his explanation to me and T last night. And we were like, well, I kind of understand where you're coming from, but you're making the situation 10 times worse. And the worst thing is you can't, and he was bragging about it, that you can't get detected. You can't. How can you detect it unless he said the only way we get detected is if we get sloppy by doing beelines for people, and there was some other shit. And T-Man, you there? 'Cause he's going to explain something to you as well.
Yeah,
can you explain to him about the hotspot thing? Because I don't fully understand that, so you can explain that to my man.
Yeah, so basically, I'm not sure how it works, but he was basically saying that they use their like a mobile hotspot coming from their computer to mask it or whatever the fuck. I don't know anything about it or how it works, but yeah, basically he was just saying, I don't give a fuck. People can report me all they like. At the end of the day, they won't have any evidence anyways.
Because they're running through VPNs and everything else.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is.
You're running through a hotspot so they can't get your actual internet.
Okay,
you don't have the best connection in the world yet.
That's another thing,
you
yeah.
don't have your IP address grabbed from you.
That's another
so
thing you were saying. Another thing he was talking about was the lag packets and that. So you explain that to him as well, T, because I'm not too savvy when it comes to the whole tech side. T's a bit more.
Yeah, I'm good. I know the lag stuff. But I don't even know how you can detect that. That shit's crazy.
He was saying that it works both ways, actually. That's the funny thing. He was saying. It works both ways.
Yeah, you lag and they lag.
Yeah, and sometimes you actually get the better of them because you've got a steady package. That's what he says sometimes, but most of the time, 90% of the time, you're fucking boned. No ifs, no buts, no maybes about it, and it was a fucking eye opener, because we jumped into a game with him, just one game. I didn't kill shit because I'm not getting banned on this shit, just to see how it worked, and he was pointing them out individually, man by fucking man, distances, and then me and T would look over there with a DMR.
Yeah, it's like throw a grenade that way behind that truck, or else, alright, boom, kill.
It was fucking insane. And then so we were like, this is mad. This is too much, man. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, but the unique position is I can't blow the whistle on this particular guy because it's our only way into the rabbit hole, if you understand me. So this is what I need to speak to you about as well. So I'm gonna try and get this guy to maybe, I don't know,
maybe him to make an alt account so I could talk to him and I could play a game with him or something so I could see it. I just need to know what I'm looking for. Right? So
yeah, I get you that, but you got to understand from his perception, you're an admin. But what I'm worried about is that he's gonna get rumbled. Yeah, I don't even know this guy, but as I say, for my YouTube, I want to kind of still keep this link so I can expose this cheating more and actually get more information to people like yourselves who are in positions of admin. If we fucking rumble this guy, that's it. We'll never be able to get hold of this kind of information again.
That's
so
cool.
we got to play it.
I ain't finna do nothing crazy. Like,
no, of course not.
My whole thing is right. So we're trying to get cheaters out.
Yeah,
he wants cheaters out, but he's cheating himself. So he doesn't want to out himself.
I say we use him like a vigilante.
I get that.
Use him as a vigilante.
So, exactly. So what I need from him is to see what I can look for, and I just need to see it so I know what to look for whenever I'm watching these other dudes play. And then at the same time, I can't say if I don't know who he is, and then I go and spectate him and I know what I'm looking for, and I flat out call him on it, and then he's out. And I don't call anybody else because this is the guy I think you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I need a little bit more context from him or something. I get it. You know, we're not going to allow a cheater in the tournament, so he doesn't want to tell us.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, he can create whatever account he wants, and he can probably join.
All I can do is ask him. As I say, I've only known him. I don't know this man from Adam. Me and T, literally, after, I don't know why he decided to speak to me. It's fucking fascinating. Maybe you just saw that I'm down to earth, and he said to me that you were partly
because people were calling it out.
But no, he goes to me, he goes, you at least were kind of in the right direction, but you're still misguided. And he was fucking bang on with that statement because I was misguided. He goes, aimbots ain't really a thing, and they're not a thing, really, from what I've seen. He was saying what it is more to do with the recoil dampener on strike packs, along with fucking radar and mouse and keyboard general controls. Because the mouse and keyboard, as I was explaining to him, has 1,000 more advantages over a man using control sticks because of small fine motor movement. I could tell you that from doing a degree in sports science. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I understand the differences of fine motor movement with a thumb, which is an articulated joint, and fucking hand. Yeah, there's multiple advantages. And not only that, that leads on to the other thing I was saying about elite controllers. I still consider them fucking cheating as well, because they give you a mapping option which the regular controller cannot fucking use, and you can't have them in tournaments. That's why half of the, like...
I don't consider scuffs or elites cheats, only because you can, I put it this way on that, because it's just paddles. For me, when I use an elite controller, I can't play. It's for some people and it's not for some people, whereas radar's for everybody. You know
radar is
gonna help.
Of course. But this is what I was saying.
Paddle don't help me. I just got big ass hands. Like the way I have my hands on the controller, it fucks up everything I have going on. So I feel like it is an advantage because you spent the money to get it. Just like how if you spend, I don't have the money to get A40s, but I know mostly everybody has them. Is that fair to me that they can hear better? I mean, probably not. But
I don't know, standard tin headset. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but again, it comes down to levels. I don't think
it's that bad. I do agree, it's kind of shitty because like some people could, like I watch Swag all the time. You know who Swag is?
Yeah, Beard Ben from the Beard guys. They all do it, man.
Face Swag he's a decent player, and I was watching him yesterday, and he slides on Modern Warfare with his circle button. You know what I'm saying? So you know he's using his pad for that, which would be nice to have something like that to implement, so you wouldn't have to.
But that gives you an unfair advantage, though. That's the thing, though.
You know what I'm saying?
For example, I'll give you a prime example.
It is a little unfair, but I don't think it's cheating.
I consider it cheating. I think some of the other bigger streamers, some boys I've spoke to, like Waldo, considers it cheating. I mean, it depends on what camp you sit, but for me, anything that gives an outside, something that you cannot do on a regular controller, you can do on another device, e.g. a steroided up controller, which is exactly an elite controller, no matter how you cut it, gives you an advantage because you can put the L1, which is a fucking important, at a higher level, where close combat is important, and snap-second decisions and reactions matter. The L1 makes a big difference. Holding your breath on a red dot sight makes a big fucking difference. And at high level play, that's what makes a difference. And for me, that's my whole argument. I'm not talking about the average casual player who's maybe all right to mediocre. I'm talking at the higher levels at the tournaments, for example. Anything that gives you an unfair advantage, I should say, should be banned, and it make your life a lot easier. It really would, because you're playing. You can go, right, show us, or everybody get on the stream, get on your controller, show us the back of your controller, show us the front of your controller. Nothing extra, good, let's go. Simple, job done, innit? Yeah. If you have elite controllers, then you go, right, paddles, this, that. Next man can go, well, I can't map my L1 because I can't. And the options they give us in A and C settings are shit. That fucks with your look, with your peaking. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, these I can articulate my problems with the elite perfectly well, and I think there are valid points, especially at high.
I don't disagree that it is an advantage. I just don't think it's cheap.
I just think
an
it's
advantage.
a lower
an
level.
advantage to me is having a better TV, having better headphones, having a better controller. Hell, some people got really good internet.
Yeah,
it's just
true.
certain advantages you're able to get with doing certain things, but at the same time, like I said, it don't always mean you're gonna be better. I know a lot of kids with stuff that can't see me on any game that we play together. They just can't see me on it. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna make them amazing. But if you have a radar and I play with those kids and like say we're in a 1v1, I can guarantee that kid's gonna probably fuck the shit out of me.
Yeah, of course, because he can outposition you.
That's like crazy cheating right there. It's not. It's just an advantage when you have stuff like that. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough.
I get what you saying.
I can respect that. Yeah,
I just don't think
understand
it's a bannable offense to have something.
But then it starts. Yeah, but then you start allowing mouse. But then what stops the mouse and keyboard? Because for me, the mouse and keyboard is only a slight advantage.
Crazy.
Not really though. It's a small step up from the elite controller. And this is my point.
Man, have you ever played mouse and keyboard?
Of course. Mate,
insane.
I'm 37 years old. I was gaming before half these motherfuckers were out of nutsacks. You get me? Yeah, I'm a don. I'm an OG of gaming. That's why I'm exposing these little pussies.
That shit's crazy, man.
Don't know. Listen,
that
I'm an OG.
Mouse and keyboard shit's crazy.
Yeah, I know about that, and the snap ability that you can do on the mouse. You don't get it twisted.
Man, it has no recoil.
I understand that.
I came from PC,
but
PUBG. That shit's crazy.
Okay, the jump between elite and mouse and keyboard is still quite great. I grant you that. It's a smaller jump from a normal sticks to an elite, and I grant you that too. But nonetheless, it's a jump up each time. Yeah. So my point is, if you nip it in the base level, then there is no cheating. Not unless they're going in hard with hacks and shit. Yeah. And then it's easier to see. With the slow step up in sensitivity ability because of elite's mouse, keyboard, and so on, it's very hard to see who's a legitimate elite controller user, who's a mouse and keyboard mediocre to decent player. You see what I'm saying? Until you're getting up to the level of he's using hacks, he's using radar, he's using strike packs, blah blah blah.
Well, strike pack, yeah, that's where I think the advantage comes in, because that stops you on pretty
recoil,
much everything. Every issue you would have with this game, it wouldn't be an issue. If you have a problem with recoil, if you have a problem with trying to figure out where people are coming from and all that extra shit, it totally rolls right back around to where you'd be able to just snap on them in a second and just get your shots in.
Yeah.
Mouse and keyboard the same, but scuff it's not a, like, you still gotta be good to use a scuff. Like, you still gotta be good. You gotta be okay to use a strike pack. I mean, a shitty player would probably still get murked up, but it's a pretty big difference when you take something like that, because you still got to be able to main your shots. And though you got a bind on your controller that makes you like duck quicker or something like that, I guess, maybe, I don't know, or just easier.
Yeah, you can't drop shot unless you're on mouse and keyboard. That's another fact. We found that out last night, and that's true too.
Yeah, that drop shot shit's crazy too. Yeah, I've seen. Yeah. Like I said, I get most of it and stuff like that, and I don't know. Me personally, if I'm gonna start hosting them or anything like that, or if I'm gonna put my name in it, because that's why I kind of just been chilling. Well, other than the fact that I've been working because of this whole shit, but I'd personally just have hand cams. If it's free or not, it eliminates everything until we understand that these are the people that we know are solid, and then we can go back to trusting one another again once we establish some shit like that. But as far as what the group's concerned, they don't even want to really do tournaments because of how bad stuff got yesterday.
Now I
Well,
can
Because
see where they're coming from now.
that's it
you
though.
know what I'm
Just
saying?
yeah.
Because as a regular player, but the thing is, half your squads are rolling with cheaters in them. That's what you don't understand as well. Yeah, some of them are legit.
That's the thing is that we're trying to figure out. Like I see Stunzy play all the time. I see his hand cams. I see all this shit.
Yeah, but that doesn't
So it's
matter.
hard to me when somebody tells me Stunzy cheats. But if somebody else in his team is cheating, then okay.
Like for example, yesterday when me and T were playing this one game with him to see how this shit works, yeah, we weren't cheating, but all we needed was matey feeding us the information. Yeah, he's there, he's 100 meters that way. Throw a grenade there, do this, do that, and he was bang on every motherfucking time without exception. Yeah, so then you put that in the hands of someone who's fucking very good at the game, say a Figsy. Jesus Christ, do you know what kind of carnage these fuckers are gonna lay down? They talk, this guy's average and he's laying down 40 game kills with his partner. Yeah, these guys are average, and he's not.
and that's
even,
what needs to be figured out.
Yeah, but you,
Because there's good players, but they also very well could be getting fed information that makes
They
it a
are.
lot easier for them.
exactly, they are.
So
they're taking it on the next level.
that's what I'm getting at. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to look for. I want to hear people. I want to always hear everybody talking. Like we need like a Discord or something that so we can hear everybody or something.
Or you have
After
them over
this
watching.
update, we should be able to spectate. Like
That's-
if
yeah.
if a mod's hosting, I should be able to go in on the mod's team and be able to spectate other teams.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. So I know we're gonna have to wait until next.
Is that the
update.
audio as well though? Can you spectate audio as
That's
well?
yeah, we should be able to spectate everything, but I don't think we should be able to get audio because most likely they're gonna be in parties. So what I'm thinking we should probably end up doing is making a Discord so everybody can have their own chats, but admins allowed to join every Discord. So we can, whenever we're spectating, we can click on it, whatever the fuck that is. We just need some type of. We need to figure out what the fuck, man. Like I said, I don't really know what's going on, and I haven't talked to the other people yet, really, like that. They're pretty upset about the whole fucking thing because it's a free fucking tournament. So
yeah,
it's like,
but it's gone beyond that
this
now.
was
Look
so
at the state
not-
of the PUBG. Listen, I've put enough hours and I've got my survivor rank on PUBG now as an average player. So I put in like 800 games, won about 20 of them, close to. Yeah, average to reasonably good. But boy, I've noticed that every game you've got pretty much probably about 5 or what did he break it down? He said about 10% of every lobby has hard cheaters in it, e.g. radars, everything. Then you're talking and probably 40 to 50, another 30 to 40% are using mouse and keyboard. That leaves you with roughly about 30% clean players. Do you understand? That's how bad it's getting now in most games, solos, duos, squads. Yeah, that's coming from the man that hacks. That's coming from the man that's on the inside of it. And I fully believe what because he showed me word for word, verbatim, everything, no bullshit. And he showed both me and T-Man. That's why I brought T-Man along, because you could just be sitting there thinking this boy's talking a whole load of shit right now. But I swear down on my life, man. Every T-Man will tell you everything I'm saying is true, innit? Straight
Fucking
up and
mad, yeah. It's. I got surprised by how bad it is. We had our suspicions, like if you get done some suspicious way, motherfucker, there's gotta be an aimbot or something, but you never had confirmation. And now having that confirmation from that guy, it's just mind blowing to see how bad it is.
yeah,
What
basically.
state this game is that
In.
we've all been playing.
Because we noticed the difference from say season. It's basically for me when the crossplay kicked in, is when it's become noticeable. Because
it
when
got bad.
and he admits it, it's predominantly more Xbox. There are PlayStation hackers as well, of course there are, but I think the interface is easier for an Xbox because of this is. But he says it's all the same code from what he was saying to me. And he was saying also the websites to get this shit from you have to get recommended. Is what he was saying to me about it, and I was like, okay, that's interesting as well. So they've obviously got a little community amongst themselves, which probably doesn't take a brain to understand, but. Yeah, it's interesting. But the thing is, he seemed like an actual normal geezer. It's not what you would think, like a malicious trolling cunt. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the time, he's trying to troll the trollers, if you get me. So, it's a weird one. It really is. He seems like a nice geezer, to be quite honest with you. When I was speaking to him, down to earth, working family man. Yeah, That's the fucking strange thing. It's not like a malicious little nerdy little dickhead who's like 18 in his fucking basement wanking off to shit. Do you know what I mean? Like a fucking full-grown man doing his thing, but just when he's on PUBG, he wants to just fucking do all right and have a bit of fun, but obviously at other people's expense. So it's a weird one. If he's willing to talk to you, you understand when you speak to them, man. It's just different, man. It's just fucking different. But it's an eye opener, mate. And this is why you boys need to know, because I don't know. Because I have a funny feeling that some of your admin might be bent as well, man. But we'll see.
That's one reason why they let me become an admin, is because Jessica felt I knew what to look for as far as cheating, and so I really just am here to kind of monitor shit and help out, which is why I kind of also got a little bit disgusted in there, because I was working and I couldn't really tell everybody to like stop all the shit and just somebody try to help me figure it out. So it just really never got resolved because nobody could do anything. Everybody was busy besides Craig, who was hosting, and he can't obviously talk to everybody in the hosting party, and deal with the chat and try to figure out who's cheating. Like it's gonna be a shit show of him just doing a whole bunch of shit, and I mean we're never gonna figure anything out because he's just gonna get frustrated and not know what's even going on. So like I said, we're gonna figure this shit out. I want to talk to that dude, or even if it's not even talking, if you can get him to make like a fake account or some shit, and like just show me what the fuck I need to look for. Because I know as far as mouse and keyboard, that's pretty easy to always spot. I mean, the snapping around is
Yeah, I can't do that on PlayStation. Don't care.
Yeah,
it's not just that. So obvious whenever the dancing, like or not even that. So like the dancing of the shots, for example, like they can strafe left and right, whereas you can't do certain maneuvers. You can't just dance around on the PlayStation sticks that easily, regardless of movement settings. Because I've tried it and I've tested it. With certain movements you can't do, and there's no way you can be that pinpoint accurate up to fucking 400 meters with a red dot. My man yesterday got shot off a fucking moving vehicle 200 meters with an Uzi iron sights, taking a piss at 200 meters.
Yeah,
Uzi, that's
crazy.
taken, and he was going up full speed 200 meters away. Fucking madness, yeah. That's pure bullshit. So all this kind of madness is just going on a day-to-day basis in all the servers, let alone custom servers and fucking any kind of tournaments that are trying to happen. That's just. It's
fucked.
It's fucked. Half your big teams are cheating, big man. That's the fucked up thing. They've got cheaters in them. Some of them are going full ham on it, like some of the fucking big boys that are meant to be in there. But it's fucking obvious by the KDs are cheating, man. It doesn't take a fucking brain surgeon to work it out. You could say, yeah, he's a figsy, he's a 1 in a million, fair enough. But it seems like every cunt's 1 in a million now. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely see a lot of shady shit. I definitely do see a lot of shady shit.
Well, you being an admin,
I personally just didn't see anything yesterday. That's what all of us were just trying to say, is that we didn't see anything.
PUBG Corp themselves, do you people have actual contact to PUBG directly, or is it just
one of them has direct contact with the PUBG console Twitter user.
Okay.
He has so we have direct contact to him. Well, one person does. So we get information and stuff like that from them. I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't been with them long. Probably only like a month or so.
Yeah.
And they probably can find ways to get people banned and shit. But
yeah,
like I said, at this point right now, what we're just gonna most likely end up doing is, if you're found cheating, we're gonna literally just get you the fuck out of everything.
Yeah.
And best believe, because we were gonna try to expose some people, but we don't want to expose anybody that's like wrongfully, just playing with somebody, even though that still is cheating if you know they're playing with them.
Conspiracy. I guess you could see it as some conspiracy shit, man. If you
know
that
it's
openly,
still
I guess.
cheating. If you know them, if you know they're cheating and you're getting call outs and stuff, then we get it.
Yeah.
But we don't want a whole nother. I'm sure if you're in the other group page with Maddie and them, we don't want another one of those situations where somebody gets accused for cheating and the whole fucking community turns on them, and then you're just left with your hands sitting like, what the fuck?
But at the same time, you know what? I'd rather this shit gets brought up, because half of them motherfuckers hide from the fact, man. I don't really care.
Oh, believe it is brought up. Them two.
Trust me, I'm rampant, man. I don't get too fucked.
So many fucking messages.
I expose these motherfuckers, because listen.
Motherfuckers hit me. He was like, bro, he didn't miss a shot, and I ran right up to him. I was like, well, I mean, why would you run right up to him? Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
some of them are
Fuck you
stupid. Like,
talking,
oh, I
you
got
know?
shot at 200 meters
Fucking
by a
10
car.
feet
Of
away
course you
from
did.
him, and you ran in his house. Of course he killed you. Well, of course.
This is it. You got to know
So
what you're looking
I don't know.
for, but but
Yeah,
no.
that's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to we just need to try to figure out what's going on and what more to look for. 'Cause like I
You
said, I can spot the easiest shit. Strike
the
pack's always easy
spectates
to tell,
usually
especially when you
they're
get
holding the prime position. When you can spectate, you'll be able to see they'll be holding a prime position for one, away from immediate threats, or make beelines towards specific threats. That's the thing that I've gathered so far from what I've been able to see. This is it though. But the thing is, I want to do some more research, but I don't really want to go into a game now with my man and, like you say, conspire, even if I know he's cheating, because I know he's cheating now. Do you know what I mean? So I can't really justifiably go into games, maybe one or two games like you, for the first time and say, right, I'm doing this on purely journalistic reasons to try and fucking figure this shit out. This is exactly what I'm doing. I'm not getting drawn into it. I'm not gonna buy it. I ain't getting into that shit. That's not me. I'm actually against that shit. That's why I'm doing all this. If you look on my YouTube channel, I've done 4 or 5 videos on this shit, man. I've only got like 9 followers. I've only just started doing it, but I'm trying to get out there and trying to clean up PUBG. You get me? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
hell yeah.
It's fucking hard, but I've started making waves. I've basically infiltrated one set of people. There's a whole clan of it, and what he said to me, another thing that was interesting is that in their clan, a couple of them are going in ham on it. There's one guy he's apparently he's an animal, but they're not sure. They think he is a mouse and keyboard. And there's a guy who's average who doesn't use it whatsoever. But so it's a mixed bag in a lot of the teams. Is basically what he's saying. That some of them will just have it, and that'll just give the team a general, overall, advantage. So that's how a lot of it's being run. But
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, not a lot. If you have one of something that gives the color, that's all you need. The motherfucker also said it's like, what was it, 800 or something to get that set up? Some crazy.
yeah, they're saying
like
they're saying now it's costing. It normally goes for £100. He said over here because he's saying about it in English money, but at the moment it's going off the chain. Like the people are selling what was 100 and now going for £800. You understand me? So there's a fucking demand for it right now, and it's going through the roof, man. So and this information was
I
just
know a
gleaned.
lot of it's going for Call of Duty and shit like
Yeah,
that.
Warzone as well is affected as well, but it's not so bad if you disable the crossplay. And the thing with Warzone, it doesn't have the things like that. It's the aim on PUBG is unforgiving. It's small hitbox. It's based on Armor mods, which is a milsim mod. That's where me and T-Man's background is milsimming. Yeah, we're a milsim organisation. We're not actually a clan as such, or a PUBG clan. So point being is they've taken this game and made it for a casual Call of Duty player who rushes around fucking trying to gun you down within 50 meters and breaking cover. Whereas if you remember this game when it first came out, they've nerfed half the weapons, haven't they, to make the damage more sustainable, if you like. And that's caused a massive problem in itself. That's encouraged the use of fucking mouse and keyboard because then they can bullet soak and just use quick reflexes to kill you. Do you understand? But I'll speak to Matey. I'm going to try and speak to him tonight at some point and see if he's willing to talk to you.
Yeah, man, like I said, if he wants to create an alt account, if he doesn't, I really don't care. I mean, I'm gonna, obviously if I know his name and he wants to play a tournament, I can't let him play.
Yeah, obviously, that's what I mean.
I'd suggest to him make an alt account. I just want to talk to him.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, if he is cheating, we're gonna catch him if he's telling me what he's doing, I mean, it's gonna be...
You'd be hard to... I'll tell you now, you'd be hard pressed. You'll be hard pressed.
Yeah, well...
Because
he cares enough about this game and he says can't... I don't like that saying at all. If you can't beat him, join him.
No, I hate it.
That's like capitulation, that's like
man.
if rapists and murderers are ruling the world. You're just like, well,
you
can't
become
beat
one
him,
of
join
them.
him. Raped my wife and murdered her. Well, I might as well just start doing shit too. It's like, no, that's weird, bro.
That's
you know
weird,
what I'm saying? So...
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you 100%.
So, if he wants it to stop just as bad as everybody else, then he talk to me. If he wants to keep being a part of the problem, then I mean, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out either way. Whether it's like I said with me, if you see I'm hosting the fucking shit, you see Chevy's hosting it, well, you could best fucking believe you gonna have some cameras. Cause I'll be damned with any of that shit. Call you. I'll just flat out kick you. I don't care. I really don't. This shit's so whack to me
Yeah, no,
that
I hear you. I hear you, mate.
people spend money and do that shit. So
Mate,
who
we jumped
cares
in.
any about this game?
We jumped in
I
3 games
need
yesterday and got
results.
slaughtered 3 times. I mean, one time was probably our fault. We done a basic stupid shit, but 2 times was bait as fuck. We were just like, is what it is, man. But you know, it's just like,
Yeah.
I know they're cheating. I can tell you they're cheating, and I can tell you they're cheating. And I didn't even need to fucking see matey shit to know that. And then when I did see matey shit, it was just like, yep, and yep, motherfuckers. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like some of these people are big. They're big in your industry. You chat to probably half of these clowns. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you know it more than you know this
Probably
community better
most
than
of
I
them.
do. I'm not even joking to you. 2-2s, Blake. I've got nothing to lose by fucking blowing whistles on these clowns, man. I'm the fucking Snowden up in this bitch. Do you know what I mean? I ain't giving 2 fucks, man. Because I'm sick and tired of it, man. Fucking wasting my time. I come home after laying bricks all fucking day. Chill out on my PlayStation, smoke a bit of herbs, and these pricks are giving me a
I can dig
migraine. You know what I mean? So now it's got personal. You know what I mean? You want to
like
make
this
it
guy.
personal, motherfucker. You know what I mean? I ain't having it. I'm full militant on these pricks. I go fucking ISIS on these clowns. You know what I mean? I showed them, man, what
Oh
time
man,
it is. But
it's funny as
anyway,
fuck.
but this is what it is. This is what it's come to now. You know what I mean? Cause the cheating's getting, and it's only getting worse. It's getting worse by the fucking day. You go in the game, it's a fucking.
It's
If you
getting
Yeah,
put,
annoying.
if we play a game now, we'll probably get done by him.
yeah, probably more than likely. You just, it's just entertaining, man, just to see what the fucking levels are going to now. Whether it's just one person in the squad. I mean, me and Team Man mainly play either duos or solos, and it was just like back in the day, seasons 1 to 3. You fucking smash people up as an average player. Like you get 4 or 5. The team man used to get like 15 kills and this that. I get 9 or something. Now I'm lucky to get 4 or 5 if I'm lucky. If
Same
I'm
here,
fucking
haven't
lucky.
seen a 15
My
game
boy said if I'm
in a long
lucky,
time.
You know what I'm saying? But we're
I'll be
snipers.
fucking people up.
Fair enough. But I'm saying to
I be
me like
goating on 'em.
I fucking ain't, man. I mean,
However, I have been playing this game a long time, and like I said, I came from PC. So these like honestly, if I'm being 100% to you, if it was up to me, I wouldn't give a fuck about the mouse and keyboards. I wouldn't care about none of that because I'm used to it. Honestly, I'm so fucking used to it. And playing against people like
but it's
that,
just like your bots,
I'd have
mate.
people fucking running through my fucking buildings and shit with cars. Bro, it was unplayable. That's why I just went to PS4. Right when I seen that
Yeah,
PUBG went to PS4,
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, oh, it's fucking
But
done. Like,
yeah,
I'm downloading it and I'm
but then
getting off
they
this
caught
shit.
up, man. They caught up, them pricks. That's what he said
They
to us as
getting
well.
good. Yeah, they
Yeah,
getting
they
good.
caught up. They just
They
cracked the
getting
code
good.
now, and the cold people now are just fucking bums. They're just lazy in what they're doing. All they have to do is maybe add a mobile phone with second verification, and that will cut half the
You know
shit.
what it is? It's this game is it's slowly dying. We're
Of course
literally
it is.
about
Of
to
course
get
it is.
bots.
Yeah, I
We're
know.
about to get bots, so people aren't getting banned. I've team killed so many
He
people just because they'd fucking shoot my teammates, so I'd go and shoot them. They're talking shit. They go and shoot me or try to take my gun that I picked up or some bullshit. And I'm sure they reported me. Like I'm sure they did. And I never once got banned. The admins on the video game don't care. There's less and less people playing every day, and your name being on the leaderboard's pretty cool. So if you cheat, you just get put on the leaderboard. And I don't think a lot of these kids are taking it serious until they run into somebody that is in like a big group like that, and that's when shit starts to get funky. Because if you have a good KD and a nice win ratio, then you're good enough to join. And then they don't check nothing. They don't, It's like
yeah.
like I said, it's some weird shit, and I'm not disagreeing that a lot of these people are cheating. It's yeah.
Need
Trios is
somebody
alright.
competent as well
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I struggle
I
with.
like I'm mainly a squad player.
Big head.
Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, you need even with as I say a good unit that I've had. We've had good squads on this for the previous seasons. We've had full squads, and we've noticed the steadiness of bullshit that's increased from probably I'd say late season 4 into season 5. Mid season 5 started getting bad. Halfway through season 5, it was terrible until the shit state of a clusterfuck of a game you've got now. And that's basically how it's gone from someone that's played from season 1. We've all played from season 1 on PlayStation, all of us lot from Lions Den. So we've watched it steadily grow from before crossplay to crossplay to the fucking shit show it is now. So, and it's obvious. And even Matey said that it's predominantly more Xbox players cheating than the PlayStation. There are PlayStation cheaters, of course there are, but it's predominantly more from the Xbox side, especially with the mouse and keyboard, because that's what it was designed for as well, or some shit. I don't know, but yeah, something along them ways. But PUBG have just released a statement saying they're going to ban mouse and keyboard, aren't they now? In that new statement, in their mission statement for this year.
Yeah, they're banning mouse and keyboard
For console
People
anyway.
vote.
But how are they going to do that? They're going to implement an algorithm that will pick that up when they're set up. Then I guess I would have thought.
They're gonna implement something that's gonna probably be like some type of tracker to your like console. At least that's what I'm thinking. So you know how with us you gotta connect your PS4, right? Or your
Right.
PS4 controller, like it
Yeah.
has to, you know, plug in first and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna have some type of reader that can tell if you have a mouse and keyboard.
yeah. That ain't exactly hard, I think, to implement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know, bro, but you can't tell with PUBG. They say they're gonna implement fucking this and that. Their implement's probably gonna be like, hey, you don't do that anymore.
It's gonna be some
Who the
fucking
fuck-
jerk. It'll be some jerk
Just
off
gonna be
doing
some
waiting for manual
asshole,
reports.
yeah.
Waiting for a manual
Just
report to check, and then you'll look at it
Some
and go, "Oh, there's
fucking
nothing wrong with that."
high-waisted fucking loser that does nothing.
He gets paid a fat salary.
know,
They could pay
yeah.
me. I'll fucking do it. You pay me 100 jib a year. I'll sit on my ass and watch every fucking video clip that comes my way, and I'll give you an accurate readout on that cunt. But no, they want to get some fat potato behind there who doesn't know what the fuck he's looking at. Just sits there doing fuck all, waiting for manual reports because their systems don't work. From what I've heard, you can't detect them. You can't,
Yeah.
unless it's just basically manual reports of people with hard footage, then submit it to PUBG directly to either their Twitter account or to one of their Reddit accounts or whatever. That's the only way I've figured out that you can report it effectively with proof. At the moment,
Well,
there's
I
no.
don't know how they do that shit.
That's more on PC as well. I mean, on this, all you can do is look back at your dev cam for our current state. Is look back in your dev cam.
And the def cam's all laggy and shit.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can't even tell what the fuck. Everybody looks like they're cheating on the def cam.
Yeah. Getting different sounds from different directions and that on it. Thinking man's over there and that. But yeah, you know, and all the DDoSing that goes on. There's a lot of DDoSing that happens. And that's just fucking, you're getting kicked out of fucking matches, or your fucking jumps getting fucked up, or this and that, and then they've got a gun and they're ready and they're shooting you up and all sorts of fucking madness. So yeah, for me, I don't know. I'm just waiting for the slow death.
Do this shit, but maybe it's not for me to understand. So
Mm.
not a cheater.
Well, that's it. Nor am I, nor is team, man. We don't deal with it, but that's why we're trying to expose it and try to get to the bottom of it a little bit. Try and dig some information up on it and how it works, man. Because once you know how something works,
we're fucking clueless.
we're still
we had
probably.
suspicions in that.
I mean, now we're not exactly
Yeah, they
clueless.
can't probably only give you the half of it.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I mean. That's what I
That's
mean.
already like the fuck.
That's already opened our eyes to how serious it really is. Like just that little tidbit of information we got to see for a couple of hours yesterday, because that's all it was. After we left the tournament to go speak to this guy, and obviously he showed us a tin of worms. We had a little look into it, chatted to him till about 3 in the morning about shit, and watched him operate, and then yeah. And then obviously I spoke to you last night, obviously before I went to sleep, sent you a few messages saying that we'll talk about it tonight and that. And that was that. It's the first time I've ever met the brother. I mean, yeah, it's just fucking wow. And like you said, there's probably more to it. That's why I want to speak to him again tonight if he's going to be on. I think he might be on. So I'm going to speak to him about a few things, ask him a few things, see if he wants to talk to you or what he wants to do in that regard. Try and maybe even see if he'll fucking start hunting down other hackers. That would be fucking hilarious. Have an anti-hack squad. Well, that's what the FBI do. That's what the CIA do. That's what the MI5 do. They take fucking ex-crims like that and know what they're doing.
We need to just fucking
utilize them.
run up in their house like fucking
swat them.
catch a predator, dude. Instead of catch a predator, catch a fucking cheater.
Catch
a cheater, lynch him on the spot. Yeah.
Hey, how do you feel right here? We are live on
wait, that
Xbox
TV
PS4
camera did it.
Tournament League group.
we're live on Exposed Your Ass, so.
How do you feel? You got a mouse and keyboard hooked up. You got radar. Get the fuck out of my room!
But that's it, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
man.
yeah.
All right,
Jokes.
y'all. I'm gonna head out here though.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep up to date with y'all though. I'm gonna check that out for sure, for sure.
Yeah, cool. All right, buddy. You take care, man, and we'll speak to you soon.
All
No
right,
doubt.
man.
God bless, man.
Yeah. Yeah, bless. Thank y'all again too.
No problem, man.